Are you asking your computer questions about God? The New York Times says you are. It's true. The interactive service Prodigy is answering questions on faith and the Bible brought to it by its vast audience of online customers. But don't worry, you're not the only one exploring your spirituality in public these days.
Carole Pierson is a theologian and writer, and she is joining us for a discussion about whether or not this can really come about. Welcome, Carole, to the show.
Thank you very much.
You know, we're also going to be speaking with MC Hammer, we hope, during the course of this Fox on Religion today. But it does seem like an awfully hard task to try to make this more attractive to young kids who just want to get out there and have a good time.
I'm not so sure about that. I think what MC and other people right now associated with this project, they seem to be tapping, to me, into what has been an increasing wave of spirituality among our young people.
And religion, to some extent, spirituality to some extent, fills that structural, you know, void.
Well, what I heard him talk about repeatedly was the word search. And young people, especially age 17 to 22, are searchers. They're on quests of all kinds, and spirituality is one of them. But they also need guidance, and they appreciate guidance. And they appreciate boundaries, and because it's all a sign of respect toward them and an invitation to growth. Young people without guidance, they'll have that same energy, that same searching energy, but they might be likely to fall into a cult on a college campus or find themselves in a Florida bar doing Jell-O shots. So it's the same energy, it's just a matter of where it can be directed. You know, the media plays such an important role in this. I myself was inspired to explore Christianity more because of a hero named Michael Landon. And there's a story where Michael Landon was pushing and pushing and pushing to get NBC
Highway to Heaven,
to do a show about an angel, and kept being told nobody's interested, nobody wants this. But he knew what Americans really wanted to see. And tonight we kick off our second season of Winds of Change, which is momentous. You might remember, for example, that the Dick Van Dyke Show was canceled after its first season, and the original Star Trek was canceled after its first season, but Winds of Change is going strong. I'm sure it has to do with the quality of the guests who join us.
We try to reach people, and this year our theme has been Youth in Crisis, Gathering the Lost Sheep, and it's been effective so far.
I think something you said earlier also comes into play, which is the lack of a vision.
Yeah.
I think I'm struck by how a lot of our young people in America, in particular, don't seem to have a dream about their life, and partly I'm sure it comes out of a lot of circumstances that they might find themselves in. But when I think of my own youth, I was one big dream after the other, you know, and what I was going to be, and what I could do, and, you know, writing in my diary and all this sort of thing. And I'm very concerned about that young people in their teens have a dream.
It's important because, you know, we're at a point now where people laugh when you say dreams. They laugh at that, except for when we come to January 15th, Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday, that one day I have a dream.
Then you hear that.
Yeah, but, you know, I realized something, too. I think what has happened, you know, when does Dr. King's dream become your personal dream?
Om mani padme hum, 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 Om mani padme hum.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. What does it mean? What do the children sing?
That means compassion.
Compassion.
And wisdom.
And wisdom.
Yeah.
I was thrown into a county jail in Valhalla, and I was just totally shocked.
So there you were, 30 years old, just basically hitting your prime in your life, and sent to Sing Sing.
Well, it was really an extraordinary experience. It was a living nightmare. I think what helped me survive the whole experience was my discovery of my talent as an artist.
I want to ask you about that. This is something of a magic wand for you,
yeah,
isn't it?
That's my favorite paintbrush that I had for almost 11 years, and I used this to paint my way out of prison.
The way you talk about it just now, depending on your attitude, it sounds almost like you can turn the prison experience into something almost monastic.
It's true, you can. I mean, but you have to have that faith in yourself and will. I mean, the biggest thing for me is I never gave up hope. I always tried to keep focused. What helped me a lot was, my spirituality, holding on to my faith.
Was that
belief.
something that also developed behind bars, or did you have that before you went in?
Well, I think prison is a really religious experience.
Do you have any advice for our viewers out there who are still struggling with what exactly Lent might be about? What is it for you, Dennis?
I don't know if I could define it or Sister Irish could define it tonight, but I can tell you, you can meet people in their faces after a retreat, after coming to talk with somebody, after had an experience of being able to deal with the addictions that they have in their lives, have found a peace and joy. And I think that is what Lent is. It's that cleansing of ourselves and realizing that God has his arms wrapped around us.
Thanks for watching Winds of Change. We hope you watch us again. Until next time, Godspeed.